Netanel, hello. How are you? Good morning, good morning. What time is it? 7:41. Tashana Bongia, beautiful. Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? I think it's just the two of us. Well, not really. 3 or 4 or 5 of us. Good morning. These are not new, but I like them. You know, I get those packs of 3, so I have way too many glasses. But these are the ones that, some of the ones I wear pretty regularly. Good morning, everybody. Oh my God. I will admit, I feel a little funky. Guess who came to visit yesterday? Man, you're on it. I didn't even see what comments. I guess maybe you see it before I see it. And Flo came to visit with a vengeance as usual. Girl, there's just no menopause for me, is there? That first, second, and third phase, those are the ones. Girl, I'm 54 and a half. I wish that's all it was, is like a Band-Aid. So the first 8 hours or whatever, because I measure in a Diva cup, I lost the same amount as most women lose in the whole time. No, Nookie. Oh. I look 30? Oh, I so don't. I feel like I look so fucking old, man, because I'm just so thin now. Thanks. I think it's that 30-year-old women don't look particularly healthy these days. I might look like a 30-year-old tweaker. I kind of got what you were saying, yeah. Really? Well, apparently my body doesn't think I'm 54. Oh well, let's smoke. I'm in a lot of pain today because because that's my life, all right? So let's smoke. need to vent, honey? Come on. Vent. Can you vent properly in the chat? Ding, bing, bong. Cheers, everybody. That's, yeah, I learned that never to lend money you're going to need back. Wow. I hope it wasn't a whole lot. And I hope this is someone you haven't been friends with forever. Wow. Yeah. I don't like it when people play games like that. That actually happened with me and my mother one time. I was like 19 or whatever. And you know how she's, oh, my thing just died. How she's, for like a lot of my adult life, she's taken care of me. Well, there was a time when I was making money and she wasn't making money. And I thought I was lending her money and she thought I was giving her money. And it was just like, yeah, never mind, whatever. Oh no, I get what you're saying. It was $15, 7th grade. That's weird. Well, listen, honey, I want to tell you something, right? Yesterday was the last day of Mercury retrograde. So that communication and contracts and, you know, things like that, agreements and things like that, still, it seems like the communication is what's messed up about that. And if you can just chalk it up to miscommunication. Yeah. That's a bummer. Gary, yeah, I agree. You know, like, let's just see, right? Kitty, I don't want you on me right now. Aunt Flo doesn't either. You're gonna have to get fat, girl. Oh, she's fat. Come here, you. Come here, dum-dum. If you want me to hold you, I'm holding you how I want to hold you. You're fat. She was so scrawny this summer. Running around outside. Yeah, Tashana. And you've known her for so long. So, one of the things that I love is masterclass.com. And so I asked for a year of unlimited masterclass from Gigi for all of us. And so last night was the end of the 40% off deal. So she just sent me the money and I bought it. And I watched Noam Chomsky's master class. I mean, it was only like an hour long. Most master classes are 3 to 5 hours, I would say. Um, and Noam Chomsky is a typically considered progressive, I would imagine, but at the same time. So it was nice. I watched it, and master class. The editing of the master class itself was a little bit left leaning, but being a conservative, I'm not going to freak out and get offended. I know how to see things through lenses, watch through the lens of, And as long as they keep it mostly balanced, I'll be good, because I've watched a lot of master classes. This is my same old account, so all the ones I've already completed are still in there as being completed. And I've done a lot of them, but not in the past few years. So we'll see if it's polarized in the last few years. If it is, I will be asking for a refund, and I'll redirect it to something that's not woke, because I'm not into it, you guys. I'm not into it. Especially if I'm paying for a master class. I don't want your politics shoved down my throat. So, but I'm really, really happy. There's a lot of new classes that I'm interested in getting into. Martha Stewart, I'm interested in seeing hers. I've done a lot of the master classes in the music genre. Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, Herbie Hancock. I've done a lot of the writing ones. Shonda Rhimes, Steve Martin, Spike Lee, a bunch of them. And I love master class. So let's hope that their quality is still very high. Last year, about a year and a half ago now, I was really, really looking for a job. And hey, Alan, I'm great. How are you, honey? And masterclass was hiring, and I was like, I was so unqualified, but it's like, you know what? I don't care that I'm super unqualified. I'm just sending them my resume anyway. Maybe they'll see my resume and go, you know what? She would be perfect for this other position, but whatever. I just wanted to just send it, just to do it. And so whatever, we've got the master classes now. Sass, I did not know that. That's very fascinating. So we'll see. I'll get into them today, and then some of them would be academic. We'll use them for homeschool, and also, Corey studies business and finance, and there's a whole business section in the master class as well. So we'll probably get into some of that today. The other thing I'll probably do is renew LingoPie. LingoPie is it's .com. LingoPie is a channel where you can watch movies, TV shows, educational videos, and have this whole interactive learning experience in multiple languages. And then the software also, if you have Netflix, the software translates to Netflix movies as well. And you won't know what that means unless you go there and you're studying the language. But it's a specific way of interacting with the language. It's very different. So I really, really love LingoPie. I might get that as well. I just really love enriching content. And I try to be enriching here, you guys, because I know that, you bought some tryptophan, because I know that there's a lot of garbage content out there. And when I flip through the live streams, I feel really bad for you guys. And I want to come on and make sure that you don't have to interact with a lot of the stuff that's going on in the live streams if you're flipping through. And I want you to be able to stop here and at least have something interesting to listen to. there's a lot of issues that I have with the streamers. Like I just can't with some of them. And so I take that over thinking that maybe you guys feel the same way that I do. And I do try to be a source of not only inspiration, but knowledge. And the knowledge that I'm trying to share is really just how you can operate at your highest potential while you're here. So, did you use it yet, Alan? Hey, Gary. I saw you in there earlier. So, O-M. I found a seed. I found a seed. And I'm planting it. As a matter of fact, I need to remember to drain it out tonight. Alexa, set a reminder for 7 p.m. to drain the seed.
Okay, I'll remind you at 7 p.m.
This is such a beautiful strain. This strain actually is pain killing for me. Wait. This strain. It's called Jackpot OG. Does anybody know what OG stands for? When you're referring to Mary Jane. Does anybody know what OG stands for as it pertains to weed? It means ocean grown. Ocean grown. These are Humboldt strains, Mendocino strains, and ocean grown. And this is such a beautiful strain. It's the top 3 terps are caryophyllene. It's beta caryophyllene, 7.936. That's very high. Limonene, 5.59. Linalool, 3.17. And the rest of the terps, it's got a massive terpene profile. Massive. And it is one that I've found to literally be pain relieving. And this one is high in humulene, so I think I'm going to layer this on top of that one. Humulene is anti-inflammatory. Massive terps. This one is 8.7 beta caryophyllene, 4.3 limonene, and 4.1 humulene. So we're going to layer a little humulene on top of there because that also helps with pain. And normally I've said weed does not help me with pain. It just helps my head get out of my body. This one helps with pain. The last one I showed you, that Jackpot OG. I don't know if you guys remember the other night. I was like, I ran. I did. And it was after I smoked some of this. I was like, oh my God. And then I danced for an hour. Now what I did is I was careful how I danced. Now normally I would put on like something, whatever, and do like Latin style dancing. I was trained in a variety of methods, but I love the Latin dances, right? And that's a lot of the bending of the spine and moving the hips. I can't do that without hurting myself. So I'm going to, and this is what I did the other night, try to learn how to dance in a way where that part of my body is more isolated, and what it looks like is more like hip hop. It looks more like what does Snoop do? What do they call it? The precursor to the twerk was bounce. We talked about it the other day, right? So in Louisiana, right, how they had that thing going on. So I could think about a toddler, how a toddler bounces, a baby. They don't move their hips a lot. They bounce with their legs and their bodies like straight up and down. They can bounce with their legs. It's not till they're later that they start isolating, move their hips. I can dance like a toddler. That's safe for me, I think. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. And what is it? Dubstep or something like that. I don't know. It's like, that whole Snoop Dogg thing. Natalie was showing me some little moves the other day too. So I've just got to, I have to relearn to dance, and I'm going to have to just learn hip hop, which I'm not mad at. I was studying hip hop, and by that I mean I was a dancer by passion and profession since I was very, very little. And when I was 13, I had a dance teacher named Reva Rice. She was my first black dance instructor, and she brought African drumming and dancing and hip hop in 1983 to this little group of white girls in Sylvania, Ohio. And I had already been on the scene. I was already wearing my loose high tops and leg warmers and getting bullied for it in school. Tashana, honey, we'll see you later. And so, I was already learning hip hop dance, because rap is what you do. Hip hop is the lifestyle, right? Hip hop is the culture, and rap is what you do. And so the dance and the music, love it. And one of the reasons I do, especially like East Coast, is because it's African drumming. It's got a lot of that good African drumming in it. So relearning to move my body in a safe way, but still be able to dance, that's what I'm going to do. And some of these dances these days are super cute. So I want to get back into it, but for the next few days, I'm not moving my body. Maybe. At all. I'm just going to sit here. Anyway, like I said, I found a seed. And I ate a bunch of Oreos last night, hoping to plump out a little bit. Okay, let's smoke. Bing! Cheers. Ooh. So why can't they make a shout? I think they do for RVs. That it's like a hoop and you pull it up around you, and it's all contained in this like hoop of plastic. I don't know that it's particularly roomy, but let's say that you know how they make facial masks? They could make like a body mask where you have like a body mask, or maybe like you stick it on your stinky parts so that when you get in the shower and then it dissolves on your stinky parts and runs all over your body. Oh my God, you guys. So, we're doing a challenge. I'll stream for 45 minutes unless we meet the challenge, and then I'll stream for an hour. So we've got 20 minutes left till the end of the stream, and I'll end it at 45 minutes. unless we meet the challenge, and then I'll continue for a whole hour. Okay. So, there's a YouTuber that I love, and he's been going all over this Northern California area where I went and did my Shasta trip, and where Joey and I went, all over those mountains. So he's got his own town. And you know how I've been wanting to go out and live in the wilderness and just do my primitive living lifestyle thing and stream like that, but I don't want to feel completely unprotected. You know, I would like to do it in a safe environment so that I can get really good at it before I go out into the literal, like, overlanding. I don't have enough guns for overlanding. I would need to get a Starlink. And so things like these challenges in the chats, the super chat challenges, yeah, I touched on it exactly. And I like the RV lifestyle, so I'm aware of like tiny shower situations you can put in an RV and stuff like that. So this guy, right, and he's telling people, yeah, you can come out here, but I don't want any tweakers, I don't want any this, I don't want any that, and send your resume, and he'll just let you live out there and homestead. And so I was like, you know what? Yes, but I'm not ready for that. But I still could go spend like 5 days over there on his land doing the things that I like to do. He knows I'm there. I'm able to live stream. I'm somewhat protected. But I'm still out literally 30 miles from anything. The only thing they still have there is daily mail. The mail guy drives 100 miles a day in every single day except Sundays. And they have chemtrails. Otherwise, it's completely disconnected. And so I would love to do that. So things like the challenges help to fund those types of trips. And the reason why I would like to do a trip like that is because I realize that most likely, unless when the channel really gets going, we're funded well enough so that I can go to North Carolina. But I think what I will do, because you guys know I will jump and run. I will go. I'm a ride or die kind of girl. I would like to get prepared for, I don't want to say next time, but for next time. I would like to be prepared over on this side of the country to offer assistance and learn from the people that are over there on that side of the country now, and make videos about the things I've learned that I would be teaching them over there, and I would be taking those things and get my expertise together so that I can feel like I'm ready to help make a difference here on the West Coast. Because when the shit hits the fan on the West Coast, somehow it's magnified. It's so huge. You know, it's like with that hurricane, they never get something like that because it's usually sheltered. Well, nothing shelters the West Coast. I'm sheltered by the Sierra Nevadas because I'm on the east side of them. So I'm sheltered from all that shit, and I'm able to get up in there or get up over there or do something. Maybe, right? So I would love to have the opportunity to go and practice what I preach and get better at that skill. And it has to be something that, with my limited physical ability at this point and my age, that I can do by myself. Because I want to share it with people who might not be able to do stuff, and you still have to be able to live and survive. How? How will you stay warm and dry? How will you eat? I know how to do that. And I want to go over there and prove that I know how to do that to myself. And why not just make videos of it while I'm doing it and live stream with you guys? And so I didn't know where I was going to do that. I was literally just going to have to take off into the middle of nowhere. But now I could take off into the middle of nowhere and know that someone will be watching my back from a distance and making sure that that I'm okay. You know? And like give me, just like point to a good spot for me to do this. I'm thinking like the south edge of trees, like some woods, where there's like maybe an open field where I can put a Starlink. And then I can be in the trees a bit to do my thing. And near some water. Because you have to have water. I'm down. And the nice thing about it is that I can have a perimeter fence. I can erect a perimeter fence. And I want to show you guys how. And the other thing is to be completely invisible. Now, how can you be completely invisible from drone attack? How do you remain indetectable from above? The heat, your heat. Awesome. Where do you move down south to? That's called snowbirding. You're a snowbird. A little Lily, a little hobbit hole. Hi, honey. And hobbit hole is one of the things that I really, really love. That's I've talked about if I had to get a place in the desert. There's a man in Fresno who tunneled under about 10, 12, 20 feet and grew an orchard. And I want to take his concepts and the whole. I've watched another primitive streamer, a couple primitive people, and they dig down like 4 or 5 feet at least, and then they just make a lid. Yes, you'd have to be in a cave to hide from. A south-facing cave would be the business. Oh, that's nice. Down south, like Florida or like South Carolina? I won't come visit, I promise. I love living in an RV though. I absolutely love it. I'm good with tiny. Oh, that's lovely. So I spent some time in Myrtle Beach because I was in a band and we traveled around and did a circuit. We were like a show band. In the 90s, there were show bands who like had horn sections, you know, lighting design, choreographed stuff, all that. I was in a band like that. And we used to go to Myrtle Beach. Wow, that's excellent. Is that the RV spot is $900 a month? Or you said you rent a condo? Yeah. I'm sorry if I don't like. Yeah, I like ska. Fine. Anyway, we used to go down. I don't remember what the place was called, but it was the big venue at the time in like. Actually, it was the 80s. It was 88, 89. And we stayed in the band house in the back and did our shows every night. That was fun. Fun, fun, fun. You know, and we did a lot of different types of music to please everyone, but we were known for doing the current music. And our band was so good. We sounded just like the band. Like the band sounded like the band, the music. So like just everything, like so rando. All the R&B from back in the day, all the, you know. If what sounded a little bit like ska. That happens. Oh, because someone's leaving a message. Um, yeah, that's fun. Fun to be in a band. Do they still have bands? I don't know. Live bands? I don't know. I didn't say big band. I said we had a horn section. It was good. Like, um, we could do Kenny G songs, you know. Wildwood, New Jersey. Oh, Melissa, that's fine. I've arrived in the middle of my story, honestly. I've arrived in the middle of your story. Yeah, so I used to drive people. I own a car service. We're not operational just right now because I am not answering the phones. But I should just sell it. So I had to pick up these people from the airport. Of course, I know very little about who I'm picking up, but I know enough, right, to know that they're good. They've paid the whole thing all as well. And I was right in the middle of like reprogramming all of my radio stations. Like maybe the battery was disconnected for some reason. No, that wouldn't do it, would it? I don't remember. Something happened and I was reprogramming. Ooh, geese. So these people get in my car and I continue reprogramming for a second and then we start driving and it's on whatever music was playing the last channel, and it happened to be Bob Marley. So it happens that I'm driving a group of black people and Bob Marley comes on and the girl's like, "Oh, we going straight to Bob Marley, huh? Okay." Like I put it on because they're black. It didn't even occur to me, but it occurred to her because she's got a racist mindset. I don't. I'm super oblivious. When you're looking for something, you're going to see it no matter what you do. You know? I was teaching this the other day, and I will go ahead and close out because I'm going to wrap this up at 45 minutes. It's now 39:29 minutes. And so at 45 minutes, we're going to end it because we haven't achieved the super chat goal to go for an hour. So we're cutting off 15 minutes. So what I want to tell you is what you think and what you believe is literally what you see. And it's a physical product of what you think. And this is what you've been looking for your whole life, how it works. And I've just not realized it. I've just connected the dots through science because I'm a researcher. I want to know what the science is. I get that we can manifest. I get that we can do things and create our own realities, blah, 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 blah. But how? If we can actually do it, there's a way to observe the process happening because this is an observable physical universe. So how? outdoor live venues. We weren't outdoor, we were inside, but it was fun. So I learned what it is. I learned the process, the observable physical process of manifestation, and I can tell you how to do it. So I did talk about it the other day. I've been talking about it for the past several days. Natalie and I were talking about it last night. I'm going to teach Corey. We're going to do it. I have shared it with you. I've told you that you need to be very careful and do it in the right order. And I'll teach you because the super chat challenge would give us 15 minutes and I'll give you the whole rundown, but we only have 4 minutes left, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So what I'll tell you is the first 2 steps. To prepare yourself for the information that I will tell you, but not this time. To prepare yourself to literally think something and have it happen. You need to prepare yourself to do that, okay? You are the technology, you are a computer, and I'm not making metaphorical statements. You literally are a computer, you literally are the technology. The first 2 steps to running your program, which you can learn, you have a code. I can tell you where to find it. I've been teaching it on my channel. You need to hydrate with electrolytes and ground yourself to the earth on a regular basis. Go touch a tree. Take your dog outside, pet your dog. Ground yourself to the earth. Whatever it is you do to ground yourself to the earth, do that after you've hydrated yourself properly with electrolytes. And in that order, why? There's no point in grounding if you're dehydrated. And there's no point in grounding if you drink a lot of water, but it's not electrolyte water. If you're like, I drink a gallon of water a day, you're super dehydrated. You need electrolytes in your body. You need your body to be rich in plasma that can conduct electricity. Okay? Then you go sit on the earth. That's going to light you up like a light bulb. You're going to be a light bulb because you've got this plasma that's putting off all this energy and you're lit up. Your light body is lit up. Electrolyte. Why do you think it's called electrolyte? But you need to charge it. The way you charge your electrolyte plasma body is by being with the earth. That's where you get your charge from. Once you've done that, come back and I'll tell you how to manifest. Boom. So quickly, you think something and it'll manifest. You think something and it'll manifest. You create. You create. You hear people talking like this. You're like, how do they do it? They don't know how they do it and they try to teach it. I know. I get it now. I've seen the science. I've seen the science. I get how it works. And we're going to test it and show it and prove it here. I usually don't use the word prove. We're going to provide so much evidence. I'm going to show you guys all the information. I'm going to show you guys and tell you guys exactly where I get my information. It's all literal observable science. So we all know about hydration, okay? Electrolytes. I'm going to get off of here at 45 minutes. I'm out. I guess you'll have to go watch yesterday's live stream. I'll come back on tomorrow and fill you guys in on some of the other things because we didn't get any of the challenges met. So I'm getting off of here like literally right now. My name is Genevieve. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that your notification bell is solid white so that you're notified every time I come on live, all right? Go hydrate yourself and go ground to the earth. Alan, I cannot wait. But Alan, I'm going to stay on for 1 more minute for you. Alan, before you start dropping the tryptophan, Go design that vision. Because if you light it up right now, you're going to be lighting up stuff you maybe weren't sure about. Get razor focused on what you're going to light up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're going to create it. All right, you guys. You got a bonus minute. I'll see you tomorrow morning for coffee.